So I was asked a very interesting question. Well, what I thought was an interesting question. Someone asked me, why do I come down so hard on real estate? And the reason is has to do a lot with history. And this is the part of the reason why history is, for some people, not a good thing to be taught, because you have to go back to the founding fathers. Actually, you can actually go back before the founding father, but we can start this at the founding fathers. And a lot of people make this point, and it's all part of real estate. Excuse me. So you have to understand that the founding fathers didn't really want anyone to have a voice. They didn't want anyone voting. That's the reason, and a lot of people don't know when they bring up this point that that's the reason, is because they always say that America is a constitutional republic, not a democracy. But that's the reason why. It's because the founding fathers didn't want anyone voting. They didn't want anyone to have a voice except for wealthy, and let's be honest, white landowners, property owners. And somebody's going to go, well, there were black slavers and black. There were, but let's be honest, they, even at that point, they weren't on the same level. That's a different topic. That's a different conversation. So when you take into account that the founding fathers didn't want anyone voting except for landowner and property owners, you start to see a little opening there as to why. And once you start to pick at that opening and dig, and then you learn about things like redlining and block busting, gerrymandering, gentrification, and the fact that some people at one point weren't even allowed to own property, then you start to see what real estate really is, what it's really about, and what it's always been about. I've explained all the stuff that I need to explain in real estate. I'm not going to go back and touch on these things again. You can go back and look those up. But this is the reason why I come down so hard on real estate. This is the reason I will always come down on real estate, because there's going to be someone out there who's going to go, those things don't go on anymore. And wrong, they actually do. It's just to the point where so many people don't know about it, it's a lot easier to get away with it. I keep telling you, there's a reason people love the poorly educated. And being poorly educated has nothing to do with education or a degree. It simply means that I know I can tell you anything and you're going to believe it, and you're not going to go bother looking it up or doing any reading or research, because we know you're lazy. We know you have your beliefs, and we know you're going to stick to your nonsense. So this is the reason why I come down so hard on real estate. So I'm going to repeat myself again. If every neighborhood were a good neighborhood, real estate would be worthless, both financially and politically.